homeless and rough sleepers. The liquidizer finishes off the soup. Then Bobby and his friend Jerry pack individual portions into plastic cartons, ready to go to the city centre.
We have smoked bacon and lentil soup.
Why do you think it's important to offer healthy food to people that are homeless?
I think obviously they can get very ill when they're out on the streets. You know, it's cold, so it's very important to offer nutritional food that's hot. It's healthy, so obviously it keeps them better when they're outside in the cold as well.
There's plenty of money in Aberdeen. You see it in the shops and shoppers here on Union Street. But crouching in doorways or bus shelters, there are people begging. People like Louise. She says she's been sleeping rough after a drunken brawl at the end of last year forced her to leave her home.
I had everything up until October. I had my house, my wee boy stayed with me. I was training to be a drug counsellor. Doing everything, doing loads, and I mean loads of stuff. I was always helping volunteering, doing an ad growth. I had everything. You know, and now it's like I've got nothing. It's just as quick as that.
Louise accepts a carton of soup from Bobby and tells me nowhere is safe if you're sleeping on the streets or in Aberdeen's parks.
My tent got put on fire. My clothes got stolen, my sleeping bag got stolen. It's just, honestly, it's horrible.
So that first night where you think I've got no choice, I'm going to end up sleeping in the gardens here.
And I mean, I was petrified. There's the only thing I did hate because I didn't know anybody from here. And I'm the only lassie that I've seen that sits on the street. Another one girl, that's it. It was horrible. It's really horrible.
And there's a twist to this story. The real reason Bobby cooks food for the city's homeless.
Unfortunately, last year I went through it the same myself. I was homeless for 6 months. I ended up in the hostels as well, same as these people. It's not very nice. It's not a nice place to be. You've got to fend for yourself. You know, yeah, there are people there to give you support and help you, but food-wise and that sort of stuff, you've got to do it yourself. If you've got no money, it's very hard. That's why I decided to set up a project to help the homeless in Aberdeen.
Aberdeen's Robert Gordon University and a number of organisations in the city recently collaborated on some prize-winning research into the health of homeless people. Dr. Vibhu Paudyal led the investigation.
The number of diseases, for example, the homeless patients population are suffering are higher than the rest of the general population. And we're talking about management of quite important diseases like mental health, substance misuse.
Initial research focused on access to healthcare and specifically on how well homeless people stick to what the doctor says about how to take their medicine. But Dr. Paudyal says there's plenty more to find out.
We're looking in the next phase around wider aspects of self-care, and this includes diet as well, physical and mental health, avoidance of alcohol or illicit substances, as well as sleep quality and those side of things.
Meanwhile, Bobby Besson says there's a real need here. He's going to do all he can to help meet it.
I'm thinking ahead for the next 10-15 years of this project, Help the Homeless in Aberdeen. I've got a lot of plans for the future of the project. I'm wanting to look at opening a soup kitchen in Aberdeen. Somewhere warm for these guys to come and have a bowl of soup. They can have a chat, that sort of thing, rather than sitting on the streets in this cold weather of Aberdeen.
That was Hugh Williams reporting. Now, time for the sport with Andy Burke. Thanks, Andy.